All right. All right. Hello, everyone. Guys, we are seeing a breakout right now starting to happen for Bitcoin. So we once again need to go live. We need to go live and discuss this right now. So let me post this tweet over here. There we go. All right. And wait a few seconds so people can join. Alright, so we need to be discussing this because Bitcoin is breaking out right now. We need to be going live at this current moment. We are starting to fill up our Bitcoin CME gap above us, like we have been talking about today. And this is starting to look very good, guys. So right now we are already live with 26 viewers in the live stream. So great to have you all, guys. Bitcoin is right now starting to break out towards the upside, filling up this CME gap. Of course, Bitcoin has been falling a lot towards the downside. Today, we have been discussing this falling wedge structure, which is right now finally starting to break out. And guys, I must say, we have had so many bullish signals right now in the market. First of all, we have been having this falling wedge pattern. Of course, second of all, we have been having this CME gap sitting above us. Third of all, we have been seeing, let me have a look here, these bullish divergences, which are right now starting to play out. Of course, also, we have been seeing this huge divergence with the stock market and the Bitcoin price. So we are just having signal on top of signal on top of signal. These funding rates also being negative. Also liquidity starting to form above us. Also the fear and greed index, the market sentiment right now sitting at levels of fear. So guys, we have had so many signals right now in the market, all indicating that a bounce was going to be inevitable for Bitcoin. Right now we are finally starting to see, starting to see a slight little bounce. We are just recovering the dump we have seen yesterday. So this is going to be very important. What is going to be happening next right now? Are we going to be seeing some continuation after this falling wedge breakout? Well, first of all, I definitely do think that we are going to be filling up this CME gap over here. And after filling up this CME gap, then it is going to be getting very exciting. Then we need to be having a look at what is going to be happening next. Of course, filling up the CME gap, that is just what we are doing right now. But after filling up the CME gap, are we going to be seeing continuation to move up even higher, to see an even further bounce right here? That is going to be the question. That is what we need to be having a look in towards. So first of all, let me know, guys, in the live chat if you also think we are going to be filling up this CME gap right now, right over here, or if this is just going to be a trap, we are just going to be breaking lower. I do not think that that is going to be very likely. But anyways, first of all, fill up the CME gap. Then after that, what we need to be having a look in towards is going to be the stock market open. What is the stock market going to be doing next? That is going to be very important to be having a look in towards, because if the stock market is going to be seeing a huge correction from this previous levels of all-time highs, right? We are sitting at a huge level of resistance right now for the stock market. Keep that in mind. We are literally trading at all-time high levels. We could be seeing a rejection from of this level. It is going to be a huge level of resistance, all right? So this is going to be very important to be having a look in towards what the stock market is going to be doing today when it is going to be opening. Because if today the stock market is going to be falling even lower, well, definitely do be expected that Bitcoin is also going to be dropping even lower. And in that case, I just think that this breakout towards the upside right now is going to be a trap. We are going to be headed even lower. But it is just going to be depending on the stock market. Because also if the stock market is going to be breaking above this level, previous all-time high right over here, well, we have generally seen that whenever the stock market has been breaking above its all-time high, that was the moment where Bitcoin actually exploded towards the upside. Or at least we can be going back in history, right? We could be seeing that right here. It has exactly happened, right? The stock market already moved towards the upside by a lot. Bitcoin was still lagging behind during this date right over here. You can be like, it's maybe a little bit hard to see, but you can definitely see that right here, the stock market was already moving towards the upside. Bitcoin was still lagging behind. But eventually, whenever the stock market was breaking above its all-time high each and every single day, that was the moment where Bitcoin absolutely exploded towards the upside. So right now, once again, if the stock market is going to be breaking back above its all-time high, I think that is going to be the moment where Bitcoin is going to be exploding towards the upside. Right now, it's still lagging behind a little bit, but that's why I'm saying it's going to be very important to have a look into what is going to be happening over here. A rejection, further consolidation, or a break above. And in the case of rejection, that's going to be bearish for Bitcoin. Consolidation, that's going to be quite bullish for Bitcoin because it still needs to be catching up. And the break towards the upside is going to be ultimately extremely bullish for Bitcoin. So anyways, yeah, we have been seeing in the last week that we have seen a lot of outflows from the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So if you are going to be seeing outflows happening once again, that's going to be quite bearish. I've had this pretty interesting chart over here. First of all, this chart is getting invalidated like we have been talking about this morning. Yes, indeed, this has been a trap. I've made this video about this exactly this morning, that I think that this is going to be a trap for Bitcoin. Anyways, this chart is going to be pretty interesting. Last week, all of the time, whenever the stock market has been opening, we have seen major Bitcoin dumps towards the downside each and every single time the stock market has been now opening. So right now, of course, today the stock market is also going to be opening. Are we going to be seeing the same thing happening yet again? Are we going to be seeing another dump towards the downside? Is this going to be a major fake out or a trap? Who knows? I'm personally going to be leaning a little bit more on the bullish side, because if I'm just going to be having a look into what's the facts right now, the facts are still looking bullish for Bitcoin. We still have the CME gap yet to fill. We are getting a bullish breakout right over here, getting supported by this level over here, seeing a little bit of a bounce. Definitely, in my opinion, starting to look very good. Bullish divergence starting to play out. This catch-up trade still to be made, funding rate still being negative, liquidity starting to form above us, Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index at levels of fear. So definitely, if I'm just going to be having a look into all of the facts, I still am going to be rather more bullish. But we should still be just a little bit worried about this fact over here, about the Americans that are going to be selling off some Bitcoin. Of course, it could be happening, but I don't know. I'm just still going to be leaning towards the bullish side. Anyways, let me have a look into what's the chat right now. Thanks for the update. I still believe it's just closing the CME gap. US stock market opens tomorrow. Really doesn't open today. Is there like an is there still like a holiday day today? I'm not aware of that. Let me ask around right now. I think from next week, we will be starting a bullish trend upwards, says Stefano. Definitely. But what we also need to consider is, of course, that we are right now trading in September. And usually September is generally a bearish month for Bitcoin. Maybe this time around it's going to be different because, of course, each and every single time it has been like a bearish month. And maybe we are just going to break that pattern this month around. But of course, like I've been saying so many times, it is easier to just stick with the trend to then instead go against the trend. Because the trend is right now that September is bearish, well, guys, expect worse, right? I'm rather going with the trend than against the trend. It's a bank holiday in the US today. All right, so stock market will not be opening today. I think, I guess that's actually a good thing for Bitcoin right now at the moment. Because also for the stock market, it's going to be more likely to get a rejection than to break above, right? That's always the case with resistance. It's always going to be more likely that we are going to be getting rejected than to see a break above. That's always the case with resistance. Bro, why are you copying Crypto Rover? I'm not sure, man. I've not watched his videos like in at least a week or so. Actually, last week I was with Crypto Rover at a little bit of a holiday in Marbella, so that was very nice. But I've not watched his videos for like at least a week or so. So yeah, if I'm saying the same stuff like Crypto Rover, it's maybe just because we are both right in the market. We have the same opinions, maybe. Labor Day, all right, yeah. Hello, sir. Altcoin update, please. What do you want to hear about the altcoins? Let's have a look into what's the altcoins, because it didn't look like all of the altcoins were pumping actually right now. I just checked up a little bit, but yeah, Fetch AI once again, BitTensor Tau also looking very good, Phantom looking very good. Look, it's starting to look good for altcoins, but to be honest, I just want to be seeing some more gains. Right now, we are seeing like 3%. Like it's a little bit, but like not too much. I want to be seeing these plus 20% gains, right, every single day. And for that, we still need to be having a look into what's this chart over here. Let me quickly grab it. This chart over here, like eventually, right now we are still just consolidating over here, right? But eventually, like I've been talking about so many times, I think we are going to be seeing this bullish breakout, and whenever we are going to be breaking outside of this one, that's going to be the moment where the altcoins are going to be exploding. Right now, not yet, but whenever we got actually a perfect rejection from this level over here, but eventually whenever we are going to be breaking above this one, that's going to be the moment where we are going to be exploding. Right now, not yet really, but in my opinion also, whenever Bitcoin is going to be breaking outside of this trend over here, this consolidation over here, this bull flag over here, like we have been talking about so many times, whenever Bitcoin is finally going to be breaking outside of this one, that's going to be the moment where I think the altcoins are going to be exploding. So yeah, not yet, but definitely behind the scenes, I'm preparing myself for all of the altcoins. They are about to explode, and right now, this is going to be the time you want to be positioning yourself right. Dutch people united, yes indeed. Last week was a crazy one. What's the price target for the breakout? So for this falling wedge breakout right over here, the price target is actually all the way back over here. So that is actually quite nice. Now, do I think we are going to be reaching it? Well, we could actually, if we're going to be having a look into what's the price action right now, this would definitely make sense in my opinion. We have taken out so many people right over here. Literally my entire Twitter feed became bearish at these bottoms over here, and right now it would make sense to shake everyone back out again towards the upside. I think if we are going to be seeing this move towards the upside, everyone is going to be flipping back bullish again. Like, that's pretty likely. So yeah, I think we can definitely be reaching this price target over here. Also, with the fact that today is going to be a bank holiday, so the stock market is not going to be opening today. We still have this, yeah, catch-up trade to be made. Slap up the likes, guys, for sure. Trader PA, welcome to the stream. Definitely slap up the like button, because we are right now live with 63 people and only 23 likes. We can definitely, for sure, at least smash it back above, yeah, the 40 likes. That would be bare minimum. That would be bare minimum. Give this man some support, indeed. Paul Andy, do you think we are going to pump to 65k first before dump to 44k? Historically, Labor Day is a pump and dump. What are your thoughts? Really, is historically today a pump and dump day? I've not seen anything about that today on my like Twitter feed or anywhere else. Like, I'm not aware of that fact, honestly. So, would have to double check that fact if that is indeed true. But if we are going to be seeing that, yeah, we're definitely not going to be reaching 65k today and then dump to 44k. I mean, 65k, I think it is going to be possible in that larger time frame. It's going to be this previous high over here, but if we are going to be seeing this bounce back towards this level over here, I do not think that the pump is going to be stopping there and then this reversal will come. No, I think if we're going to be reaching back at these highs again, well, then we are going to be having this level of resistance, of course, right, over here. And then I think we're going to be retesting this level at the very least, and then either get a rejection or see a bullish breakout right over here. But yeah, this is going to be the level to be watching. This is going to be like the most important level to break. But if we're going to be headed all this high, once again, I think we're going to be breaking it, to be honest. Now, I do think that September could be a little bit of a slow month once again. At least that is what has happened historically speaking. But after September, Q4 is going to be starting, and I think Q4 is going to be absolutely insane. So I'm not going to be too bearish right now. People are fearful. The majority of the market is right now shorting. So I'm definitely not going to be the one being bearish right over here. Did you open a trade right now? Yes, I've been opening a little bit of a trade right here behind the scenes. I've just been scaling in, right? I've been opening a little bit right over. I've actually catched this exact bottom right over here this week. It was quite funny. Also, I've been scaling in even more right over here. Also been scaling in a little bit more right over here, but I want to be a little bit more careful right here. Yes, we are getting this bullish breakout right here. I'm just going to be waiting if we are going to be reaching these previous highs again. But I just want to be a little bit more careful right now, because today it could be looking like we could be getting this bearish retest, right? Let me grab the chart here. It could be looking like we were indeed seeing this bearish breakout. And right now with tomorrow, once again, the stock market opening at all-time high levels, I'm definitely going to be a little bit more cautious with my Bitcoin trades at this current moment. Definitely, I'm going to be bullish. I definitely do think it is going to be more likely to see a break towards the upside. But yeah, with the stock market hitting these all-time highs, going to be a little bit more cautious. Can you open a trade in this falling wedge for us about $100? No, I don't really trade with $100. I trade... yeah, I'm not gonna open a trade with $100. What are your thoughts on the US elections and how it will affect the market? Well, for sure, it's going to be quite straightforward in my opinion. Look, we are of course having these possibilities from the poly market, which is like a betting website, right? Like nothing is guaranteed with these with these bets which are being placed. Of course, this doesn't show like accurately on which candidate people are going to be voting, but definitely this is at least something we can have a look at, and like we can at least use this as some sort of a reference, right? This is the closest reference we can be getting. But yeah, right now it is looking like Trump and Kamala Harris are having like about equal chances of winning the elections. Now, I do not think this is going to be very true. I think Trump has a way bigger chance actually of winning the US elections. And also, if Trump is going to be winning, I've been sharing it so many times, that's going to be very bullish for the markets. And well, if Kamala Harris is going to be winning the elections, that's going to be very bad for the markets. I think we're going to be seeing a massive crash if Kamala Harris is going to be winning. I mean, I'm not following it all too closely because I do not live in the USA, but I do know that, yeah, if Trump is gonna win, definitely markets are going to be way more bullish than if Kamala Harris is going to win. Because some things like Kamala Harris has said, like, I don't... Like, how can you come up with some of the stuff she is saying? Like, I don't know. Please share your analysis on Ethereum, and let's have a look into Ethereum, because Ethereum is right now actually pumping a lot more than Bitcoin is doing. And I do like to see it. Because yesterday Ethereum was actually looking very bad. Let's have a look. Delete this. Look, yesterday we could be having a look into this support right here turning into resistance. Right, and right now it's looking very good that Ethereum is seeing this bounce back towards the upside, because if this resistance is just if this support is just being retested as resistance at this moment, well, it was definitely looking like we were headed even lower. All right, but right now this bounce is making me feel a little bit more bullish again, definitely looking very good, but we just want to be getting back above this level of resistance. Right now Ethereum is fighting massive levels of resistance, but we just need to be breaking back above. Do you have an expectation on when the recession will officially start? Well, I don't know. I just need to be having a look towards it at the time. But what I do think is going to be a pretty likely scenario is whenever the rate cuts are going to be starting to happen, which is, by the way, already going to happen in 16 days. Wow. But whenever the rate cuts are going to be starting to happen, I think we're going to be having like a 3 to 4 month window, and then like the stock market will begin to crash a little bit, and then 1 or 2 months later, Bitcoin is going to be crashing, and then of course it's going to be like the cycle top, and then 1 month later, also the altcoins are going to be topping out. So we still have a little bit more time, but I think if we are going to be seeing a recession, it would be playing out like this. So yeah, a Bitcoin cycle top in about 6 months. About 6 months after the rate cuts. I think that would be pretty likely, having a look into what's historical data. That's going to be pretty likely, but I don't know. I just do not want to be saying that right now at this current moment, because we could also just not get a recession. It could also be very possible. It could also be very possible. So I'm not going to be aiming for a recession. Just if I'm going to be seeing the signals that a recession could be there after the rate cuts, well, then I'm going to be getting worried. But right now, I'm not going to be getting worried right now. Trump for crypto, yes indeed. Kamala Harris is just a puppet, but then again, they all are. Even Daddy Trump, right? Yeah, of course, but I have a lot more trust in Trump than the other candidates. And in Belgium, these guys are just straight up clowns. Yeah, I'm living in the Netherlands. Actually, I'm not living in the Netherlands anymore, but I'm just here right now. I've actually moved to Dubai, but I'm voting for Trump once I get the voting envelope in the mail. That's very nice. That's very nice. And it is actually already very soon, because elections are in November, of course. It is getting very, very close. What's your thoughts on Shiba? So I think Shiba is a good narrative. I think Shiba is a good narrative, but I think it's like an old coin. It's a fact. It's like an old coin, right, from previous cycle, and just like Doge. I think Doge is like a good coin, right? I think it's a good coin. I think during the later stages, during the end of this cycle, it's definitely going to be seeing a huge and massive pump. But always what we are seeing every single cycle repeating is that the new shiny objects always perform the best. And which are the new shiny objects right now in terms of meme coins? Which meme coins is a very good narrative this cycle? Well, what are some good picks? Pepe is a new shiny object. It is a new coin which has been launching during this bear market, or at the beginning of the bull market, has shown a lot of strength during this bull market, and this is going to be a new shiny object you want to be having a look towards for this cycle. What's going to be another coin? It's going to be Duck with Hat. And at what market cap is it currently sitting at? It's sitting at 57. It's seeing a huge dip. Alright, so maybe it's going to be a good buy right now, but this is once again going to be another pick. It's going to be a new shiny object. What's going to be another one? For example, Floki is not one. It's not one. It's launched during last cycle, right? Definitely you can be seeing nice gains being made. Definitely I think it's going to be pumping a lot during this cycle. And especially during the later stages of this cycle, these OG coins are all gonna pump. Doge, Shiba, Floki, I think during the later stages, they're all gonna pump. But right now, I just think that the better risk to reward is going to be with these new shiny objects. What's going to be another one? Wow, by the way, Beam dropped off below the top 100 coins. That's quite crazy. I don't know, like Beam, I think eventually is going to be doing very, very well. But right now it's just dipping and dipping and dipping. Like, I don't know. It's been seeing a slight little bounce recently, but right now it's still dipping. What's going to be another coin? Popcat. It's a new coin. It's a new shiny object. Alright, and this one is actually performing very, very strong. So yeah, these are like the coins I want to be having a look towards in terms of meme coins. But then, of course, I'm also going to be having fundamental plays, such as, for example, EOS. Now, this one is not a coin from from this cycle, but it has launched during, the top of the last cycle, right? And they've been building and building during this whole entire bear market. So I think like this one a little bit counts, right? It has not been in like a proper bull market yet. So I think this one kind of counts. Yeah. But yeah, coins like EOS also definitely fundamental plays. What's the number BTC needs to get past to break out of the descending wedge we are in? Actually, we already broke out, right? We already broke out right over here. Or do you mean this higher time frame? Here, because we're also having on the larger time frame, of course, this wedge over here. And on the larger time frame, we need to be breaking about right now. It's going to be like 66k, 67k, and if we're going to be breaking that level, we're ultimately going to be breaking super bullish. Then I think we're going to be seeing the next leg up getting initiated. No, you said it, we broke out. All right, yeah. You're talking about this one over here. Yeah, we already broke out right now. Yeah, I think we're going to be at least filling up this CME gap right over here. And after that, filling up that CME gap, we need to be having a look in either if we're going to be getting a huge rejection or if we're going to be continuing this pump towards the upside. That's what we need to be having a look in towards. Can combined market cap to Ethereum layer 2 coins surpass 100 billion? I don't know how to get only the layer 2 coins. I don't know how to only get the layer 2 coins. But if we're going to be having a look into what, for example, the total tree, I think we're going to be seeing a big explosion whenever we're going to be breaking outside of this bull flag. So for sure, can our layer 2 coins like take up even less than 10% of the entire total crypto market cap? It could be. I don't know how much market cap it has right now from. Let's have a look. Because we can be having a look into what's the categories. Search up L2, and it is right now sitting at 17.2 billion, so it would be like a 5x from here. Yeah, I think it could be possible. 100 billion. Could be possible. It's going to be hard, but WDog is already plus 500%. Very good meme. I'm not too sure about WDog. I don't know. Is it like trendy right now? I'm not too sure. It has launched like pretty recently. Like okay-ish exchange listings, still quite low market cap. I do like this consolidation going on right now. So probably maybe it could be a good coin to be having a look into towards. But this is like going to be a little bit more of a degenerate play, right? Previously, I've been talking about these more established meme coins right here. This is going to be a little bit more of a degenerate play. I'm trying to figure out where to put my stop loss for Solana quick before I go to bed. And yeah, it just depends on what kind of trade you have open. Is it going to be a swing trade? Is it going to be like a day trade? If it's going to be like a swing trade, I would definitely put it below this level over here. But if it's going to be like a day trade, I don't know. I would have a look. I would honestly put it down below right here. Because if it's gonna come down below right here, then definitely we're headed even lower. But yeah, the Bitcoin dominance is right now starting to decrease ever so slightly in that short term. That is definitely looking very good. We want to be seeing these altcoins pumping. Also, for the Bitcoin dominance, we can start to have a look into what's a new pattern being created right over here. This is going to be very important for the coming few days to be having a look in towards. Are we going to be breaking this one out towards the upside or towards the downside? That's going to be ultimately very decisive of the altcoins. Are the altcoins going to be pumping or not? So yeah, watch this chart over here. Watch the Bitcoin dominance. Thoughts on Swift coin? Yeah, this is like a coin which has had its first bull market in 2019. Of course, looking very good, but it's not. Or this was even 2018. All right. Launched in a bear market right over here, but during the last bull market it hasn't even gotten like a proper bull market, right? So I'm going to be staying away from it right now. Do you think it's a good leverage trade on TIA right now? Let me have a look. TIA is back at levels of support. All right. Yeah, I do think that this support is going to be providing some very good support. I do think we're going to be holding this level over here. But honestly, look, what I don't like about TIA is just it's gotten no strength at all. It's just dumping towards the downside. It's not showing any kind of strength. I like to buy always in towards coins with strength. Whenever coins are showing strength, it is more likely that it will continue to do well and continue to show strength, continue to go up. Always go with the trend. Right now, still, the trend for TIA is towards the downside. That's what I don't like. But for coins, for example, like Caspa, still, the trend is up, right? It's still relatively showing some strength. Still, for example, Solana. I mean, it's still consolidating, right? It's at least not in a major downtrend. I don't know, what else do we have with a lot of strength? Like, for example, even a meme coin like Popcat. I mean, it's showing a lot of strength, right? What is up on the day? What coins are also showing a lot of strength? It's hard because altcoins are really not showing a lot of strength in general. It's hard to find these altcoins with strength, right? But inevitably, whenever this chart is going to be showing strength, well, I think all of the altcoins are going to pop. What about Breath? I think it's going to be a very good coin. Just needs to be seeing a bounce. What about Beam? Yeah. Beam, it's not showing a lot of strength at all. Like, it had the opportunity for this massive bounce, right? But it actually got like a failed breakout. Didn't break out right over here. And right now is sitting back at levels of support. We need to be seeing this break over here. Then we can be seeing a big bounce. Like, I do like the coin Beam. I think it's going to be performing very massively, very good this bull market. But right now, at this current moment, it's still not going to be the time. Now, I'm definitely accumulating I'm definitely accumulating, but in general, in the total crypto market cap, we just need to be seeing some strength. It's kind of crazy, right? Because I've posted this tweet, I think it was yesterday or even the day before. To be honest, when we look at the total tree, we are still early in this cycle. If you are involved in crypto right now, you're going to be making a lot of money. Altcoins aren't even in a real proper bull market yet. Of course, we have seen Bitcoin already seeing massive and massive gains, but having a look into what's the altcoins, well, the altcoins aren't really in a proper bull market yet, guys. They are not. They are really not. From like low to high, they are up right now with plus 88%. And in crypto, that's like nothing. That's nothing. We cannot call this a proper bull market. We cannot call this a proper bull market yet. All right, we need to be seeing these 5x's, 10x's being made, and then we can be talking about a proper bull market, right? So we need to be seeing this, and then we're going to be seeing these massive gains being made. So if you're going to be right now involved in crypto and accumulating right now, definitely we are going to be making so much money. And these are definitely still going to be the stages we want to be accumulating at this current moment. Crypto being down a lot. What about Gala and Pyro? Like, I think once again, these are going to be coins from last cycle, not showing a lot of strength right now. So yeah. Like, not showing a lot of strength at all. Like, I do think that eventually these OG coins are gonna see a massive pump. But that time is just not gonna be now. It's just gonna not be now. It's at the later stages of this cycle, it's gonna pump. It's definitely gonna be seeing a pump. But not right now. Right now I'm going to be having a look into what's these new shiny coins. That's where I want to be paying my attention in towards. Here, this coin, same story. Even failing to hold this level right over here. Definitely right now is going to be a good time to be accumulating, but you need to be waiting a long time before eventually it's gonna pump. Eventually it's gonna pump, of course. Of course, everything in the whole crypto market is gonna pump eventually, of course. But right now, I just think that there's going to be better possibilities and better opportunities in the market. What about Brad? Let's have a quick look into what's Brad. I mean, having a look into what's Brad, it's either showing a lot of strength or it's showing a lot of weakness. And it's like an amplifier in the market, right? Whenever the market is doing very well, Brad is doing extremely well. And whenever the market is doing very bad, well, Brad is doing very bad, right? So right now it's down minus 62%. It's still manageable, right? For a meme coin, it's still okay-ish. Okay-ish, but for Brad, I'm just watching this trend line over here. Whenever Brad is going to be breaking above this trend line, that's when I think we're going to be seeing a massive bounce. But right now, that is just not happening yet. Sitting at a massive level of support, definitely a bounce could be possible. Also, possibly, yeah, we can definitely have a look into what's a descending triangle. So yeah, just if the market is once again going to be doing good, if we're going to be seeing hype again in the market, I think Brad is going to be doing extremely well. So right now is still going to be the time to be accumulating at these lows right over here. I just already own a lot of Brad, and I've already made a lot of profit from buying over here, selling at these tops over here. I've been saying it so many times publicly that I've been buying. I've been initially buying a little bit over here, but then I've bought a lot again right over here at the exact bottom. I've been selling a lot right over here. I've been like saying it so many times publicly. I already made my money with Brad, so I still have a moon bag that I hold. I might be buying a little bit more right over here, but to be honest, if I already made a lot of money with a specific coin, I do not like to be touching it again. That's just how I work. That's like how I play. But we can be having a look into towards, for example, this. Here, I've been tweeting it. Here. Initially, I bought a lot of bread right over here because I think it's going to be doing very well on the base chain. And then during the exact dip, at the exact bottom, I called the exact bottom. I just bought more bread during this dip and boom. I bought like 20k extra during that dip. Like I initially bought 35k. It became worth only 15k. Then I bought another 20k. And I made a lot of money. I made a lot of money with bread. But I'm just going to be having a look into what's the next opportunity. Maybe I should buy a little bit more. I already own a good amount of bread, but maybe I just should buy a little bit more. I don't know. Still going to be thinking about it. So do you think Bitcoin is somewhat safe from going lower today because we broke out of the wedge? Definitely at least I think we're going to be filling up this CME gap. Even if we're going to be seeing a rejection right now, going to be retesting this falling wedge right over here. I do think that eventually we are going to be seeing this bounce back up to be at least filling up this CME gap. Now, it could be that Bitcoin is just going to be ignoring this Bitcoin CME gap, but I do not think it's going to be very likely. Especially with these smaller CME gaps, they tend to get filled very, very quickly. So yes, also on top of that, with all of the bullish signals we are seeing right now in the market, I do think it is going to be very, very likely to be filling up this CME gap. But of course, it is going to be Bitcoin, right? It's going to be Bitcoin. Not always what is going to be very likely is going to happen. Sometimes it just does the opposite. What is the potential price target for bread? Well, I'm just going to be having a look in towards it in terms of what could the market cap reach. And in terms of the market cap, I think it has like potential to become like the Shiba of the last cycle. And in the case of Shiba of the last cycle, I think it's going to be like 20 billion, like realistically. Yeah, like it even reached like 40 billion, but I think bread realistically could be reaching like 20 billion, which is gonna be like a pretty safe play. And would be like a 30x still from of this point. But definitely, bread is going to be a coin. You need to be watching this. I'm definitely still holding bread. I'm definitely still holding a lot of bread because I do think that still bread is going to be doing very well for the remainder of this bull market. But just if I already made a lot of money with a certain coin, I'm not going to be like doubling down with it. I'm not going to be like marrying a coin. That's one mistake you should avoid to make. Whenever you already made a lot of money with a coin, just move on to the next one because there's going to be plenty of opportunities. But I think that this is going to be maybe potentially a little bit of an exception. Maybe I'm just going to be scaling in whenever we're going to be breaking this downtrend over here. I think that many people are thinking like me right now, just like me, that they've already made a lot of money. They're just waiting for this break over here and then we're going to be seeing massive pumps. Thoughts on Turbo? I think Turbo is a very good coin. Last stream as well, we have had a look into what's the chart. And the Turbo chart was looking very good. Yeah. Oh, wow. So I still remember that last stream, it was already bouncing right over here. And I was telling you guys, if it's gonna dip back into what's this level of support right over here, I'm going to be buying some. And right now it is doing that. So let me make a note right now about Turbo. I need to be buying a little bit of Turbo. It is right now in a perfect consolidation right over here, actually showing a lot of strength. So whenever it's going to be breaking outside of this one, we're just going to be seeing a next massive leg up being created. Very good live stream, dude. I'm following you also on X. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope I'm giving a lot of alpha for this live stream. What about Popcat? I think Popcat, yeah, it's showing a lot of strength. Definitely gonna do well this cycle. I've been buying a lot of Popcat recently. Why? Because it's just showing a lot of strength. Here, we can be having a look into what's this chart over here. And this is what I like. Whenever I see a chart like this, Popcat against a Bitcoin pair, it's just up and up and up only. It's in this strong uptrend, right? And whenever we're going to be, for example, having a look into what's another coin, for example, Thea, against a Bitcoin pair, it's just awful. This is awful. Like, I do think eventually it's going to be bouncing, but I always want to be buying in strength. You want to be buying in strength, and whenever a coin is showing weakness, you first want to be seeing your confirmation, and then you want to be entering. Then you want to be entering whenever it's showing confirmation that it has been showing strength. Whenever the entire crypto market is once again booming, and then this coin is showing strength, it's seeing a little bit of a dip, then you want to be buying right over here. That's going to be your entry. That's how I look at it. But right now, still, Bitcoin is going to be the dominant one, and still going to be waiting until the Bitcoin dominance is going to be falling. So that's why we need to be having a look into what's this ascending triangle being created in the next couple of days. Whenever this one is going to be breaking towards the downside, really, I think, yeah, some of the altcoins are really gonna explode. I have like 1700 of bread. You like it? Wow, that's very nice. The small Nero on Ethereum is looking good. Yeah, I think like these coins were like overhyped on Twitter versus what the market cap was worth. So I think it's gonna be like a scam. Honestly. Still, I do like Mew Mew a lot. Like last stream, we have also been having a look into what's Mew Mew, and it has been performing very well after the stream, right? But yeah, right now it's down again. But I think good accumulation ranges. I think Mew Mew is going to be like one of the like proper meme coins, which are going to be doing very good during this bull market. Any updates on your Bitcoin punks? Well, I'm just holding them. To be honest, like, the entire market is just shit. Like, honestly, the entire market, in terms of altcoins, right, it's just shit. And Bitcoin has been going up a lot. And during the hype of Bitcoin, we have also seen, like, Bitcoin ordinals exploding. But right now, they're just down bad. Like, because the entire market is down bad. Also, you can't blame it, right? You can't blame it because also altcoins are down bad. Like, there's just not a lot of degenerate money anymore, and degenerate money is just only in meme coins, and not even all of the meme coins are performing that well. So yeah, I think I've gotten like an even better chart, right? Node monks, I think, was looking even better. Now, I'm still going to be holding all of my ordinals because eventually, whenever that hype and retail is going to be, yeah, this is the chart I'm talking about. We have had some hype, right, in the beginning stages when everything was exploding. But right now it's just been dying off. Like, it's crazy. But I do think it's going to be a good moment to accumulate. Because eventually, whenever Bitcoin is going to be exploding and whenever altcoins are going to be also back exploding, I think these ordinals are also going to be picking back up. Because looking at the developments, well, behind the scenes there was like some development that miners were trying to suppress the Bitcoin ordinals, but it's not useless. It's not dead. It's not dead. So it's still active. It's still live. It's still running. So eventually, whenever the degenerate money is going to be returning towards crypto and the markets, whenever we're going to be seeing these massive explosions, for example, for the altcoins, I think also that ordinals are also going to be exploding. So that's why I'm still going to be holding my Bitcoin punks. I'm still going to be holding all of my Bitcoin ordinals. And I even think that right now is going to be a very good time to be accumulating. While nobody is accumulating, while we are sitting at these extremely low levels, I think it's going to be the best time to be accumulating right now. So yeah, eventually we're going to be seeing a big bump, but right now we're not seeing that yet. That's what I think about Bitcoin ordinals. Let me have a look into what's the chat. Popcat increases with Bitcoin. When Bitcoin goes up 1%, Popcat goes 10%, and the next target it will be 1.2%, 1.2 for sure. Yes, indeed. Like Popcat and meme coins in general are just like a leveraged bet for Bitcoin and crypto. Because whenever Solana or Bitcoin is going up 2%, these meme coins are going up 10%. But also whenever Bitcoin is going down 2%, these meme coins are going down minus 10%. So it's like just a leveraged bet because there's just a lot less liquidity. Where's the breakout? The breakout is right here. The breakout is right here. It is for Bitcoin. Actually, I do like how the chart is developing right now. I need to get more Popcat. It performs really well. Yes, and I do think that winners will always continue to win. So that's why I'm like investing in winners. That's why I'm investing in meme coins like Popcat. Bullish divergence on so many coins now on the 4-hourly chart. Major bottom signal in my opinion. Definitely also for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is going to be continuing to bounce right over here, altcoins are definitely going with it. Bedtime, have a good day. All right. Good luck. And guys, by the way, let me know where you guys are from. Let me know in a live chat right now. That would be very interesting. New York. Why is it bad time for you? Because if you're coming from New York, that's like... It's still morning, right? Egypt. Nice to have you here. Philippines, welcome to the stream. Let's see if Bitcoin is going to be continuing here. It is looking like it. It is looking like we have just had some consolidation over here, and right now we're breaking even further. So let's see. China, welcome to the stream. I was waiting to go to bed until the breakout. It's after 7 a.m. Wow, you're a real dedicated person. Portugal, welcome to the stream. I've actually been to Portugal this summer like many times. Portugal is very nice. Hello from Dubai. Welcome, Dubai. If you overlay rate cuts with Bitcoin and alts, they dramatically collapse for a few months. Yes, but usually we can be having a look into what's it. I don't remember exactly what chart it is anymore. But Oh, I think I still have it. Here. So for Bitcoin, indeed. But it depends, right? Because right here, we first saw the crash, then we saw the rate cuts. So it depends. But for the stock market, we can be having a way, way clearer look because we have a lot more data, right? We have a lot more data. Let's have a look on the monthly time frame. For this chart, it becomes a lot more clearer. For example, right over here, we had rate cuts, but it didn't mean we were gonna see a massive crash. All right, right here, right over here, we did, for example, but right over here, we began rate cutting, but we actually saw a huge move towards the upside. All right, like for example, this could also be playing out right over here, right? Doesn't necessarily have to mean that instantly we need to be going down and see a big recession. Doesn't mean that. So that's why we need to be having a look into what's the rate cuts context whenever it's going to be happening. Because we could also just be seeing this, all right? It could just be. That's why whenever we are actually going to be getting these rate cuts, we need to be having a look into what's the context, why the rate cuts are happening. Need to be having a look into what's the economic data, if it is looking good, if we're going to be seeing a similar crash like we have seen, for example, right over here, or if everything is still going to be all right and we're still going to be continuing the bull market. Because, yeah, both things could be happening. Of course, usually we are seeing rate cuts because we want to be seeing the economy being stimulated again. And usually we want this stimulation after a huge crash or recession, right? But it doesn't always have to happen because of that. It could also be that we are seeing something like this or something like this right over here. Could just be seeing something like this, boom, consolidation, a little bit increase, and then we start to decrease. But that's still going to be taking a very long time. And during this remainder of the time, we can just still be going up even more and even more. So yeah, be aware of that. We need to be having a look into what's the context of the rate cuts. I'm not counting out a big rejection, a big correction, a big recession. I'm not counting it out. But do also be aware that it doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Anyways, Bitcoin is moving up even higher right now. And by the way, welcome Greece as well to the live stream. Also Portugal, welcome. What do you think about Spellcoin? I think, to be honest, Spellcoin is like a coin from of last cycle, which I don't like. And also Spellcoin, I think, had like a lot of inflation. Yep, and it's also down bad. So yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really like it. I want to be having a look into what these new shiny coins, these new shiny objects, like for example Mother. Mother is a new shiny coin, new shiny object, sitting at these major lows at this current moment. I mean, still, like, you can call it whatever you want, but it's still being active, right? It's still like some kind development going on. Like, there's still noise being made on Twitter about this coin. So eventually, I do think like a coin like this is gonna break out. I do think eventually it's gonna break out. It's gonna break out bullish. So anyways, Bitcoin pumping a little bit towards the upside right now, even more in the short term. Breaking right now back in this range over here. That's looking very good. And also in 30 minutes, the 4-hourly candle is going to be closing. So if we're going to be closing this 4-hourly candle back inside of this range over here, because we are possibly creating some kind of a range, right? If we're going to be closing it back inside of this range, that's going to be bullish. I think if that's going to be happening, we're definitely at least going to be reaching this level of resistance. Are we just filling up the CME gap today? Could be very possible. So whenever we have filled up the CME gap, which is sitting at about a 59.1k level, whenever we filled it up, we need to be having a look in towards reaction if we're either going to be seeing this rejection or acceptance and just a break above. That's going to be very important. So right now, definitely do be prepared for volatility. So let's have a look. Bitcoin is pumping even more, looking very good. Let's see if we can be filling up the CME gap over here. At least the signals are there, right? The signals in the market are there. It's definitely looking bullish. Bitcoin is going back to 40k. I don't think that. I don't think we're gonna reach that level again. After this Bitcoin consolidation, I'm going to be quite bullish. I think eventually we're going to be breaking this consolidation towards the upside, not towards the downside, because 40k is all the way down here. I don't think that. Anyways, of course, still half an hour to go for our 4-hourly close, our hourly close, and also 2-hourly close. That is going to be very important to be having a look in towards. Let's see if we can be seeing some volatility right now in the market. Also, let's have a look at what is right now pumping on the 1-hourly. We're seeing Beam finally pumping, breaking back in towards the top 100 coins. Lovely to see. We're actually seeing Tia pumping, alright. Undo pumping, that's good. Sui pumping, Brad pumping, alright. Yeah, we're seeing small little pumps, but nothing all too big, to be honest. Nothing all too big. Yeah, Bitcoin is right now breaking out, but the altcoins are not like pumping like crazy just yet. Bitcoin does a diamond reversal up to 61.6k. That's going to be quite nice if we're going to be going back towards these range highs again. If we're going to be reaching this target of this falling wedge, that's going to be quite nice. I would love to see it. Fake pump, who knows? Like, the signals are there. The signals in the market are there that indeed we are going to be seeing this bounce and that we are going to be seeing a little bit of a reversal in the short term. But would I call it a fake pump? I don't know. Like, it's still going to be Bitcoin, right? Whenever we are going to be filling up this CME gap, we still just need to be having a look in towards it, because we could just be seeing a straight dump back towards the downside. I mean, it's still going to be Bitcoin. It's still going to be possible. So yeah, while the charts are actually looking bullish, I would not count out the scenario. Now, one good thing is going to be that, of course, today the stock market is actually not going to be opening, while the stock market is sitting at a major level of resistance right now. So if the stock market is going to be seeing a rejection right here, that's going to be very bad for the Bitcoin price. So right now, Bitcoin still has its time to catch up with the stock market, right? Because it's lagging behind massively. So at the moment, I would not say this is going to be a fake pump, honestly. at this moment, to be honest, I think this is going to be like a very real pump, actually. I would not be too sure about alt season. I think we are getting a bump up to 100k with the stock market, but it will be quick and dirty, then down hard. But the thing is, like every single cycle, we are seeing a big alt season at the very least at the end of the cycle. So I do not think that this time is going to be different. I think at the end of the cycle, retail once again is going to be coming in, and they're going to be coming in towards the altcoins, not Bitcoin really anymore. So yeah, I think it's going to be more likely for the cycle to repeat. I don't think this time it's going to be like different. Hello, welcome from New Zealand. Welcome to the stream. To the moon. To the moon. Indeed, I have to agree with your name. Let's go to the moon. Anyways, Bitcoin just needs to have some more momentum towards the upside. It is, of course, breaking out right now. 15-minute candle looks very great right here at this current moment. But yeah, in 24 minutes, we're going to be closing our 4-hourly candle. That's going to be insane. That's going to be huge because this 4-hourly candle close is going to be quite bullish as it stands right now. If we're going to be breaking back inside of this range over here, that's going to be bullish. So we need to be closing at above about that 59k level. If we're going to be closing above that 59k level, I think it's going to be looking very good for Bitcoin. We're definitely going to be headed even higher. So 59k level, that's going to be the level to watch right now in the short term. What do you think about BSV? I think it's like a little bit of a shit coin, honestly. But still, like shit coins during the end of the cycle could perform very good, right? It's got the exchange listings, all of that. So even though it's a shit coin, there's still going to be money to be made. Sitting at a massive level of support, like maybe at the end of the cycle it could see a massive bump. Still money to be made, of course, but I just think there's going to be better options out there. That's what I think. Very low sentiment. Bitcoin loves to do the exact opposite. Retail is giving up on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will leave everyone behind. Indeed, just like I shared right over here, Bitcoin is trading below the 58k, but still, retail interest is at an all-time low. Fear and greed index are at the same levels seen since 20k. Funding rates are extremely negative. People are shorting the market. Global liquidity is increasing, and also even still, the Bitcoin liquidity is also increasing. The crypto liquidity. Rate cuts are going to be imminent, so eventually I'm still going to be just bullish. Eventually, whenever the retail right now is going to be leaving crypto, eventually we're just going to be seeing a massive pump. Whenever retail is going to be not interested in crypto, you should be doing the opposite and actually be interested in crypto. So if you're watching this live stream right now, you're doing a very good job. Also, Ethereum against Bitcoin has to break out. Yeah, right now, what I've been saying many times about Ethereum against Bitcoin is that it's still sitting in this downtrend, right? It's still sitting in this downtrend. And yes, behind the scenes, I'm definitely accumulating lots and lots of Ethereum inside of this downtrend. Because eventually, on spot, I think it's going to be moving towards the upside. But for your leverage trades, for Ethereum and for your altcoins, you still want to be waiting until this trend is going to be broken. And we are going to be flipping this downtrend back in towards an uptrend. Like, inevitably, it's going to be coming, this bull market. Inevitably, it's going to be happening. But right now, it's easier to go with the trend, and the trend is still bearish. It's easier to go with the trend, while the trend is still going to be bearish. So yeah, on the Ethereum against Bitcoin, I'm still going to be a little bit more bearish. Yes, I'm going to be accumulating lots of Ethereum on the side, but I'm not going to be opening like big trades. 40k incoming, I don't really agree, but let's see. All right, if we're going to be seeing like 40k, I'm definitely going to be grateful for that opportunity. But I do not think it's going to be likely. Like, it could technically be possible, right? It could technically be very possible. but I do not think it's going to be likely. But if we're going to be seeing something like this, I'm going to be very grateful for that opportunity. It would be like the epic opportunity in the market. And Mauricio, welcome to the stream. Hi from Sweden. On the way down to 57k again. I'm not sure. We are getting this bullish breakout right now. We are getting multiple signals and indications that indeed this is going to be a bullish valid breakout. But let's just see what is going to be happening after filling up this CME gap. Are we going to be getting a rejection, or are we going to be breaking even further? That's going to be very important to right now be having a look in towards. Not 40, but 54, 40, 53. And indeed, if that, like I've been saying this so many times in my videos, if that's going to be happening, if we're going to be filling up this wick over here, because this is a huge liquidity wick, right? If we're going to be filling this one up, definitely I'm going to be a buyer, and I think it's going to be an amazing opportunity in the market. $40s is coming because many people are waiting for it to buy in. It's the most appealing price, but Bitcoin doesn't always wait for people to get in. Usually Bitcoin actually does the opposite. Usually Bitcoin actually just moves towards the upside already and leaves everyone behind. Usually if everyone is going to be waiting for these 40k levels to be getting reached, usually we just do the opposite and we already go towards the upside. People will have FOMO, and then people will have to buy in higher again. But let's see, right? Because if we're going to be seeing a correction like this, I'm definitely not going to be against it. I'm definitely going to be accumulating cheap Bitcoin. Easy. Bitcoin has only 60 days until US elections to pump to 100k. 40k would be too low indeed. Now, I do think that the entire of Q4 is going to be very bullish for Bitcoin and altcoins, so September is still going to be a little bit more of a bearish month, but Q4 is going to be quite insane. I even think that after the elections, we're going to be pumping even further. So let's see, still 18 minutes left for Bitcoin to be closing above this range over here. Let's actually maybe draw it. Let's use this chart over here on the 4 hourly time frame. All right, we're having this level of resistance. We need to be breaking back above this level. And in my opinion, also this level over here. We need to be breaking back inside of this range over here, back above that 59k level, and then we're definitely going to be confirming, filling up this wick over here, filling up this CME gap over here, and then even going to be headed even higher, in my opinion. Not if it's Kamala who's getting elected. Yes, definitely if she is going to be getting elected, I think we're going to be seeing a massive crash. Honestly. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think, to be honest, Trump is going to be winning. Weekend price action was crazy. Bitcoin needed 3 hours high bullish divergence to now reverse to the upside. And yes, it actually didn't do that exactly. It actually, yeah, like we created our first one, for example, right over here, right? Second one right over here, third one right over here. But yeah, it created a bullish divergence, then invalidated it and created a new one, invalidated, and boom, last one over here. And boom, right now we are indeed moving towards the upside. But it was kind of weird indeed. Because normally what you would see is like the first one being created like this. All right, bullish divergence. Second one like this. third one like this. And then you move towards the upside. These are going to be equal trend line lows, right? But right now, we are actually invalidating the bullish divergence, creating a new one, invalidating it, creating a new one. And right now, we're moving towards the upside. So it actually looks a little bit weird, yes, indeed. Anyways, guys, with that being said, like, we just need to be breaking back above this level over here on that 4-hourly time frame. If we can be breaking back above the 59k level, that's going to be very bullish for the Bitcoin price. We're definitely going to be headed even higher. Let's have a look if we're going to be filling up this CME gap over here. If we are going to be filling it up, it's going to be important to have a look towards a reaction from this level, or we're going to be getting a rejection or acceptance and break back above. That's going to be very important for that short term for Bitcoin. Anyways, we are getting bullish signals right now in the market. So definitely, I'm going to be bullish at these levels. Guys, if you're going to be getting interested in trading, make sure to check out this link down below. Because with this link down below, you can be claiming a $40,000 deposit bonus. So make sure to be checking that one out. Markets are still looking bullish in my opinion. Anyways, I need to be closing this live stream down right now. Make sure to be checking out these links down below. Make sure to be following me over on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And let's see if we can be closing above this level. Guys, with that being said, I'll see you in another update video and also another live stream tomorrow. So make sure to be checking that one out. And guys, I'll see you later.